loved ones. Peace, big love, big blessings, even bigger living. Everything that come with it and everything in between. I'm just thinking out loud, but it's a conversation if you choose to engage. And I'm Samuel David, and this is my show, Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David. It's just a conversation. Um, Man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tapping in. Man, my nose is itching really bad. My allergies is going crazy, so forgive me if I sneeze. This is a real life thing. Like when I sit down and talk on this joint, it's not like it's well thought out, of course, but it's unedited. It's unfiltered. I'm just really getting my thoughts off. I take a couple of subjects and conversations, things that are happening in the world, um, my world, right? The world, trending topics, and I just provide my thoughts on them. Again, unfiltered, unedited. And my allergies are going crazy right now because it's allergy season here in Wichita, Kansas. Home, Wichita, Kansas. I think the greatest place ever. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about all things Wichita, Kansas. One of my favorite Jay-Z lines is he says, it's much bigger issues in the world I know, but I first got to take care of the world I know. Listen, this world I know, some wonderful things going on, man. Some beautiful things. It's a lot of growth. It's a lot of celebrations of excellence, right? But at the same time, some drama going on. It's some heavy conversations that then spark even heavier conversations. Because I'm gonna get to it in a second. Let me first, before I jump into today's show, I want to shout out the wonderful people at Festive ICT. Festive ICT is putting on the shopping grove July 17th at Napsker Park. It's going from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's the shopping grove. They do this every third Sunday through the summer and the fall months. So July, August, September, October are the remaining months. Every third Sunday, make sure you pull up to Napsker Park for Shopping Grove by Festive ICT. They're gonna have the very best in vintage clothing, right, and home goods, jewelry, art, boutiques. It's just a great situation, and not only are they going to have shopping, local vendors that you can shop with, local stores that you can shop with, local brands that you can shop with, because we support everything local where we at, you feel me? Not only are they going to have local brands that you can shop with, but it's going to be some great food down there. Hella food trucks pulling up. Wave, shout out to the Harkeys and the Wave, man. They're going to be providing drinks. Yeah, you heard it. They're going to be providing drinks, so it's going to be libation. So if you see me in Napsker Park this Sunday, hey, let's cheers up, man. Give me a drink. This is H2O right now, but if you see me at Napsker Park this Sunday, let's drink together, man. Let's have a shot. Show me the love is real. Make the love in real life match with the streams. That's my rapper talk. Let me chill. All right, so, it's been a great week here at home. Not just at my crib. My crib is an amazing place to be, so sometimes it's hard for me to leave. But this week I got out. I was outside. The Blackout ICT Awards brought me outside, brought the city outside, brought a lot of entrepreneurs, entertainers, that sounded funny, entrepreneurs, brought a lot of entrepreneurs, entertainers, beauticians, braiders, nonprofits, artists. It was just such an amazing, a beautiful situation for the town. I would say if you wasn't there, then you missed out, but I almost wasn't going to make it. You did miss out if you didn't make it, but I was going to say like you was whack if you weren't there, but I can't say that because I almost missed it myself. But last minute situation, my kids didn't have the tournament and all that stuff we expected them to have. We were supposed to be out of town. That's neither here nor there. It was a beautiful situation, and if you missed it, I feel bad because you missed out on the celebration of excellence. The post on Facebook, the post on Instagram, the post on Twitter, they do it justice, but they don't do it all the way justice because in real life, the Blackout ICTs is a celebration of us. And it's really dope because I really believe no matter who wins, somebody wins. And there was a lot of winners that night. A lot of folks looking fresh and fly. The fashion game was going crazy. There was a best dressed contest. Some of the folks that rushed the stage probably shouldn't have, but I digress. The Blackout ICT Awards was amazing. Shout out to the ladies that put that thing together. Ine, Julia, Paris, and Ashley. Listen, y'all are gems here in the city. Y'all are greatly appreciated. Your work is valued. Keep doing what you're doing. We love it. Listen, the award show was so fire because my dog Flim Diddy was the host, man, and he set that joint off right. Flim is an amazing entertainer. Like sometimes I talk to Flim. I don't know if I can say it out loud, but I'm gonna say it out loud. That sounded funny because I was gonna say it regardless. But Flim low key is a rapper. Flim is such a high level entertainer, and he is another gem to the city, man. He's helping lead this Wichita Renaissance thing that I'm gonna talk about here in a little bit. But bro did his thing hosting, had the crowd going crazy during the R&B section. He brought out the Michael Jackson glove. I'm glad you didn't play Robert, but I digress. Listen, shout out to my dog, DJ Fluid, the best to do it, going crazy on the ones and twos, providing such an amazing vibe. Something that it was grandmothers in there, it was granddaughters in there, it was grandsons in there, grandpas in there. It was such an amazing vibe that was created that no matter what age you fell into, no matter what generation you fell into, it was an amazing situation. We was outside, man. Shout out to Scooney for bringing us on stage, man. We really got to rock the Blackout ICT Awards. Outside was bananas. I seen Rudy Love Jr. said it looked like the last scene in the Avengers when we was all hitting the stage. Shout out to my dog, Hall of Fame Yadit, Hollywood Dre, Lucid, Demo Smooth, 834, Miss V, Scooney. You really special, bro. Shout out to Scooney for winning Best Rapper. It was just dope, man. It was a beautiful situation. My dog DJ Win won Best DJ. And what I really loved and appreciated about the moment, Win is such a genuine person. He's got such a lens into this thing of ours that I ain't gonna speak too much on right now because, man, it's just even crazier. But he made it a point to not only accept his award, but bring up some of the other nominees. So he told DJ Cadence come to the stage. What up, Cadence? He told DJ Fluid come to the stage, as they were also nominated, and he accepted the award on the behalf of all the DJs, shouted them out. See, that's, again, a candle loses nothing when it lights another candle, man. That's what it's all about. If I sharpen your iron, you sharpen my iron right back. Love is reciprocated. Growth happens when you pour into others. You feel me? So, again, shout out to Win for that moment. That was one of my favorite moments of this week. Blackout ICT Awards was crazy. Salute to everybody involved. The production team was bananas. Vibe Wichita. I see y'all going crazy. Y'all was getting my good sides. Y'all was getting a lot of good sides. It was just dope, man. So many things I could say about the Blackout ICTs. You know, it's funny to watch people hate on it, right? Whether they feel like they should have won or they should have been nominated. And I understand. I feel for the ladies that put it together, because when you're putting together an award show, and you're putting together the production, people take this assumption that you are deciding the winners. You don't got shit to do with the winners, but running a process that helps the people, which is, I think, it's a fair process, right? It just depends on how you connect with your people as an entrepreneur, as a entertainer, as whatever professional you are in your field. It's about how you communicate with your market, is the process they use, right? And then from there, there's voting. Then there's additional voting on the back end. I don't know the whole process, but I know it's a voting system by the people. So no matter how it was done, somebody was going to be mad. But listen, when dope shit is going on, don't be a hater, fam. Like, it be sly comments folks will make or posts that people will make to cause, like, a rift when something positive is moving forward. If you don't have a positive or productive critique to offer, and you have a platform that could cause a public view of a situation to look negative, sometimes it's cool to shut up. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling. Shout out to the Blackout ICT Awards. The Wichita Renaissance is in full effect. And a lot of folks be like, Sam, what are you talking about when you say the Wichita Renaissance? See, you know, when I think of the Renaissance, and I'm pulling up my notes because I want to make sure I say this thing right for y'all. You feel me? Listen, when I think of the Wichita Renaissance, I think about Harlem Renaissance, right? And what the Harlem Renaissance was. And I'm going to break down the definition of what the Harlem Renaissance was. And I want to relate it to this beautiful thing of ours we call Wichita, Kansas at the same time. The Harlem Renaissance was an intellectual and cultural revival of African-American music, dance, art, fashion, literature, theater, politics, and scholarship, centered in Harlem, New York, right? Harlem, Manhattan. I went from the 1920s to the 1930s. Listen, fam, when I say this beautiful city of ours is really like entering this stage, it's like brewing this pot of abundant gifts, right? When I think about Rudy Love Jr., when I think about enjoy Fountain and the beautiful plays that she's bringing to the town, right? When I think about Christina Long and the Create campaign that provides such an amazing space for business professionals to excel their spaces, oh my gosh, fam, listen. When I think about what we're doing with this music thing, right? When I think about, come on, fam, the different resources that we now have available that we may not have had before, the different mindsets that we have now that may not have been available before. Man, Mulberry Art Gallery, such a level, right? The access we have to folks like Brandon Johnson from the political space, right? It's just such a beautiful time that we're in as a city. Proximity can be a gift or a curse. Because if I have access to you, sometimes I might take advantage of that access. I might take that access for granted. But you don't have to do that, right? There's a way to leverage these various talents, gifts, resources, and platforms that we have to really put this Wichita thing in another space. We got different local-owned business, so we got so many dollars that can move throughout our economic spaces. I guess what I'm trying to say is Wichita, Kansas is really in a great space of growth that is going to be long-standing for this next generation of ours. And I'm just excited about it. Every episode, you're probably going to hear me talk about it because it's something I feel very dear to my heart. So I just wanted to put that out there because that's just the first nugget. Wichita Renaissance. Stay tapped in, stay tuned, because I'm not going to stop talking about the Wichita Renaissance and the way that this city is moving forward. My mind is moving. My mind is moving 1,000,000 miles per hour. I want to stay on the Wichita Renaissance, but my mind is saying, bro, you got to talk about something else that's part of the Wichita Renaissance, right? The arts. So this past week, I was in a movie, if y'all don't know. And the movie I was in is called PPP Long Gone. And it's funny when people talk about lack of support for the town or that the town don't support things, but I really think it's about how you connect with, again, your market, because the Blackout ICTs was crazy, packed from front to back, top to bottom. And also PPP Long Gone. Shout out to the director of PPP Long Gone, Devon Bray, man. He is somebody that I see that has a very, very, very strong passion around giving people in the town a platform, which I think is pretty dope. I recognize that some may not fully agree with the way he approaches different things, but that's neither here nor there, right? Personalities are not for debate. How you rock with somebody is how you rock with them, but you can't set aside the support that I see when Bray drops these movies, right? And people talk about people in Wichita don't support shit. But I look at Bray's support when it comes to these movies. Keep me honest, but I want to say he's dropped like 3 that have had back-to-back sold-out showings, right, at the Warren Theater. And that's not easy to pull off in a town that, again, that proximity can be a gift and a curse. But we in the Wichita Renaissance. We're changing the culture on so many levels. We're making it cool to be from this town. So shout out to, I can't do a review on PPP Long Gone because I'm one of the actors in it, and it will feel very biased. But it's really gone viral. Shout out to my dog, Keywan Moses. I See You, fam. Star of the movie, going really crazy out here right now. He filming Spy Kids. Like, bro is taking his craft and elevating it to another level, and it's really amazing to see. Shout out to the other actors and actresses involved with PPP Long Gone as well. Y'all, it's like a quick gold struck, right? Because PPP loans is still a topic of conversation. So that joint went viral. It's on Tubi. Make sure you watch it ASAP. Man, my mind is going. It's going 1,000,000 miles per hour, y'all, and I really think it's because I wanna really dig into these allegations and everything that goes around and that comes with that, because it's a very heavy and loaded conversation. But before I jump into that, because I know that's what y'all came here for, before I jump into that, I want to debut my new music video. My new music video, Critics, filmed by my dog, Dre K. Meyer. It's a pretty dope song. It's a pretty dope visual. I ain't going to oversell it, but check it out. After you check it out, let me know what you think about it. It's kind of layered, as all art is, right? It's kind of layered visually and audibly. It's something that was created after watching folks always try to shoot down something that's going positive and that's moving, or people always having a conversation about something when they wasn't involved in any capacity to be there to move the thing forward. Like when people bring hatred to situations, but you don't even know shit is going on. Let me chill. Check out the video. Debut on my new music video. That's fire, actually. Hold on, let me chill. Listen, I'm a rapper, and I got this show that I can debut my new music video on. That's fire. Artists, listen. Holla at your boy. If you got a new music video you trying to debut, come to the Thinking Out Loud with Samuel David, and we could let the people see it on the show. No, I'm playing. Critics, check it out.
Yeah, hold on. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he ain't talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talking, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Yeah, I know. How you never there, but be the first to offer commentary. I mean, nobody asked you. All your conversation is voluntary. And you talking to yourself, playing with yourself, solitary. I mean, it kinda makes sense if this talk increased your monetary. But you out hating for free, you do that shit so well. Next time you speak on me, say my name, it ring bells. You know me, I don't need no introduction in this bitch. You know me, I'm the one that keep it jumping in this bitch. Young OG, streets gave me that name. I was honored. I be walking how I talk it. When I walk it, got them bothered. I don't understand, dog. I really took it farther. I gave niggas the game. Plus, I'm a really great father. Oh, he think he Siskel. Oh, he think he Ebert. First it was all love, now he Brutus to my Caesar. First it was all love, now he Judas to my Jesus. Praying on my downfall, you're such an overachiever. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he ain't talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talking, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic.
Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Yo, let me know if y'all rocking with the new joint, man. Shout out to my dog, Dre Kmart. That's my brother in real life. Shout out to my dog, Dre Kmart. We got another one, bro. All right. I'm going to keep the party going. I'm going to keep it moving forward because I don't want to lose you while I got your attention. As of right now, Greg the Hitman Williams has been taken off the air at Odyssey. I'm at Power 93.5, pending investigations into allegations made by DJ Koolout, the newest, or I guess ex-newest member of the Power 93.5 team. These allegations are heavy. Mind blown. I want to see where I want to start with this. So, I've met Koolout on a few occasions. I've known Greg for quite a bit of time. When me and Koolout met, we exchanged numbers, of course. He's new in town. I'm a hip-hop artist. So I want to make sure I'm networking. As he is as well, right? He's brand new in town. He wants to make sure, I can imagine, he wants to get out there and all that good stuff. So we exchanged numbers. That's what makes sense later, I guess. It might not even matter for context, but I'm just sharing. A little bit later down the line, this past week, I got a text message from Koolout. I didn't get a chance to read the text message because I was watching Thor. Thor's fire, by the way. Y'all should definitely go watch Thor. But I got a text message from Koolout. Didn't get a chance to read it. Get out the movies, and I see it's on Facebook as well. And Koolout is expressing his grievance over his feeling of being wrongfully terminated from the radio. This whole thing is layered. I was not there, so I know none of the facts. I guess I have to preface it with that, right? These are all allegations, but now there's an investigation pending. So Koolout shares that, and I'm looking at it from a work perspective. I like to think from a professional space, not just like, it's layers to it. So I'm thinking of it from a professional space. Koolout posts on Facebook, sends this mass text message out, and he explains that he feels he was wrongfully terminated from the radio station and told that he was not a good fit. It sounds like, from what DJ Koolout has expressed in this message, in this post, that he would frequently check with his boss, right, who's Greg the Hitman. He's brand new. So Koolout is brand new. He's here in Wichita, Kansas. no family, getting to meet new friends. So I can imagine he wants to make sure he's doing the best job possible. I can only imagine. I'm just thinking of it. I'm big on empathy and accountability. Like, I like to try to see things from various perspectives, right? Because that's what drives our decision making. That informs our thought processes and all of that good stuff. So he's constantly checking in with his boss to make sure he's doing a good job. Every time he's checking in with his boss is like, "Yo, bro, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Keep it up." Frequently, constantly, always being told he's doing a great job is what it sounds like from what I'm reading, right? Then he was told he's not a good fit. He was brought into the office on a random day, told he's not a good fit. Let go by Greg and Greg's boss, who was about to retire the next day. It's layers to it. What happens next? After Koolout gets a high level of support, people are letting everybody know their dissatisfaction with Greg the Hitman. They just don't like the radio. They don't like how he acts. They don't like his laugh. Just little things, right? They're not too big on him. It's going to be a huge loss. They're going on to support Koolout, because Koolout is letting folks know, since I've been here, I've had the ratings have been going through the roof. I've been doing a damn good job at my job. I'm helping this whole thing elevate, right? Because that's what we about, elevation of the community. That's what it's about, elevation of the arts. We in the Wichita Renaissance. But it sounds like DJ Koolout's elevations were not taken well by his boss at first sight. Then shit gets deeper. So, the following day, after garnering a high level of support from the Wichita community, which Koolout is brand new to, because the ratings are going crazy, because he's a breath of fresh air for people to hear, which I think is pretty dope. I don't really listen to the radio. I've had the joy and the privilege of having songs on the radio, but not through Greg, not through the Hitman. These were songs that I was. Shout out to my dog Royce, man. But had a bad joke, but that's not what I'm on right now. So, flashback. Koolout says, "Okay, I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt, devastated, and beyond betrayed." And then he goes on to let you know something that he could not tell everybody until now. So Koolout goes on, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a long message. It's a lot, but it's titled "To Whom It May Concern." My name is Johnny Starks. I was suddenly terminated with my position with Odyssey, right? I had to process this later of victimization and assault because of how fast these occurrences transpired. I assure you that this is not a letter of contention or bitterness because of my sudden termination. So Koolout, from his stage, is letting folks know, listen, this is not about me getting fired. This shit just happened really quick. And I had yet to process this letter of victimization and assault. So you can only imagine what this letter was packed with, right? This letter was loaded. Koolout goes on to express an instance of being sexually assaulted in the workplace by his boss, not only verbally, but also physically, right? It's layered. He also goes on to speak about how many times, let me make sure I say it right, because I don't want to be the guy that doesn't say it right. He says he's unsure what to do, right? Listen, oh man, it's just unfortunate. Like, shit. He talks about how he would be out with Greg often, getting to know the city, his new home, because he doesn't have no family here. He's isolated, and how often Greg would take him to bars that he was not aware of were gay bars, right? He would often tell him about, how much sex he had or what type of body parts he liked on a woman, or he would often make suggestive jokes that just didn't feel like jokes, right? They didn't feel like they should be coming from the boss. He also describes a situation where his boss, Greg, had been drunk in the club, so he had to get him to the car to drive him home, and during the drive home, he would touch me in various places on my body, rub my hands or my arms, or be extra touchy, and that this happened on more than one occasion, right? That's a heavy allegation. So it's two ways to look at this, right? I've seen some conversations about how we let an outsider cause disruption in our city. This ain't that. This ain't about an outsider causing disruption in our city. I want to spend more time on the thought of like the jokes that come out. Like sheesh, I understand humor is a motherfucker. I'm a funny nigga in real life, but folks are like going at Koolout, DJ Koolout, because these allegations are brought forth. They're like, I would never let, that could never happen to me. YouTube, like, that's a conversation, right? And it's unfortunate because that's why a lot of, again, these are only allegations. I was not there. I do not know how it goes down. I'm just looking at it from this lens. That's often why sexual assault victims don't come forth right away, right? Because no empathy is provided to the victim. Especially men, right? It really makes me think of Terry Crews and when the director grabbed his joint in front of his wife. What would you do if your supervisor tapped your butt? And I'm not being funny, like I'm really on some real shit, right? Like if it was just y'all two in the room, or he or she came into the room unexpectedly and sexually assaulted you or insinuated something, like you're gonna snap right away, I bet, huh? That's what you say. Right, because people always say what they would say, what they would do or what they would say until they're in a situation that they've never been in. Sexual assault is a real thing, and I feel that Koolout felt comfortable bringing this forth because he had been demasculated. Is that the right word? I hope I said the word right. He had been made to feel less of, from a man perspective, from a manly perspective. He felt like he had been broken down. But he couldn't say nothing in the moment because this is my boss. This is how I'm looking at it. I don't know. I don't know what really happened. But I can only imagine. It's like I can't say anything because it's my boss. I'm isolated. I have no family. If I snap right now, I'm going to lose it all. Then he lost it all the next day. Damn it, man. So now with nothing to lose, he airs these grievances out because it sounds like this is something that has happened frequently. It sounds like folks may have not have come out and expressed what happened previously before because of confidentiality agreements. I don't know. I'm just only, I don't want to say reporting. I'm only speaking on and thinking on what I've seen online. And it's a really tough situation because then it makes me think about, we talk about the Renaissance and moving this Wichita thing forward and really growing the arts, but it's really hard to do when you have folks that are in positions of power that are going about things in a non-productive way, that are participating in conduct that is not cool. Like if, I hate the ifs, but let's say like if Koolout was a woman with these same allegations, would some of the fellas have the same feelings, right? It's just a thought, you know? We gotta be able to remove our own biases or our own assumptions from situations and look at them from a different perspective, especially fellas. Like let me be careful. But it looks like this isn't the first time this happened. I hope it's the last time. Looks like this ain't the first time it happened. Look, I'm really starting to ramble, and I don't want to ramble too much. So do me a favor, actually. Make sure you tap into my page a little bit later today as I sit down with DJ Koolout and we talk about these allegations made. And we talk about the situation that transpired. Because I want to talk about it. And Greg also released a statement saying that, you know, essentially when it's time for him to tell his story, he gonna tell y'all his story. So, it's two sides to every story. I'm eager to know all of them. I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in. Peace, big love, the biggest blessings, and even bigger living. One love.
Yeah, Hold on. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, yeah, he talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Yeah, I know. How you never there, but be the first to offer commentary. I mean, nobody asked you. All your conversation is voluntary. And you talking to yourself, playing with yourself, solitary. I mean, it kinda makes sense if this talk increased your monetary. But you out hating for free, you do that shit so well. Next time you speak on me, say my name, it ring bells. You know me, I don't need no introduction in this bitch. You know me, I'm the one that keep it jumping in this bitch. Young OG, streets gave me that name. I was honored. I be walking how I talk it. When I walk it, got them bothered. I don't understand, dog. I really took it farther. I gave niggas the game. Plus, I'm a really great father. Oh, he think he Siskel. Oh, he think he Ebert. First it was all love, now he Brutus to my Caesar. First it was all love, now he Judas to my Jesus. Praying on my downfall, you're such an overachiever. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, yeah, he talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk about it. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk too much. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic. Ooh, that boy a critic, he just talk it, he don't live it. Ooh, that boy a critic.